Like damager, they react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the...
Much appreciated, Coach. Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in Northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans.
We play to win. Let's go!
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Being chased, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Myles Jack with a sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's get some penetration here.
They go with Leonard Fournette, 3rd-year back from LSU. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yards that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
Let's go! Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Yes. Mike 54.
On 2nd and 7. Foles. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Here's Foles. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Let's go. Do it.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Ready? Blue line. 44.
Mariota to Lewis on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and just like that, it's third down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
First down, Tennessee.
Let's go, team. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
On play action, Mariota. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
You know, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. From the gun, Mariota. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on first and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
From the 22, Foles. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Marquise Lee, the intended target, and it's third down.
What is? Right there, 54 Mike. Check tight, check tight, check tight. Pick. Hey, one set. Check Mike.
Foles. And finding Keelan Cole. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Check back. You go tight. You go. You got tight right there.
They will run with Grant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
Adoree Jackson on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Here we go.
At the 39-yard line.
3 bud. Watch the motion. Yes. Tight.
On second down, here's Fournette. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now Leonard Fournette. Fournette fighting through. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Fournette, a first down carry. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kevin Byard, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raider, gets the sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack.
Here we go. 1-1.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now Mariota. He's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Josh Allen in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. After the sack on first down, Mariota, 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Throwing is Mariota. He finds Humphreys. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. To throw Mariota, flush to his right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. The Titans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, a combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready? Mike 5-4. There's a party now. Hey, good. Sound good. Sound good.
Now Foles. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
On 2nd and 10. Foles, he's going to air one out, and that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 62 yards.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A handoff, Fournette running left. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep.
Here we go. Here we go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle. 1st and 10 at their own 27. Off the play fake, Mariota. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Josh Allen, his 2nd sack of the night.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Line 54. Line 54. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
They begin with a run by Fournette. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Hey, get him, you got him. Go.
2nd and 6. Going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
At their own 37-yard line.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start things on 1st down with Dion Lewis. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
At the 45-yard line.
Again, it's Lewis. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Brett Kern now. He's been terrific so far. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go, D. Let's go, great. 55.
They go play action here on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
The Jaguars take over
180.
54. Stop your whining.
Watch twist. Zebra.
A handoff to Fournette. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
With that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Foles. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Foles now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Good. 180. I got it. Check nickel. Let's go. Motion. Hey, check right. Hey, Keaton. Let's go.
On 2nd down now. It's Grant. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here I come.
Again, it's Fournette. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
The stop made by Casey.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And he is going to lose yardage here. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. A 2nd down run with Lewis. Dion Lewis Titans. Dion Lewis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Extra point try now for Succop. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Titans 17, Jaguars 13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Foles now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Grant. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Daquan Jones on the stop. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
Tonight, 180. Hey, 7-1, 7-1.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Kill, kill, kill.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Hey, 7-1, 7-1.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54.
Now back to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Thirteen.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 5-4. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
To go.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the run.
Under.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
Jacksonville, 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Tonight, 180. What we got?
Mike 55.
Hey, Alpha.
55. Let's go heavy.
Under.
Let's go heavy.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play. 55.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Where are they, team? Hey, watch your leg.
He's back to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. He'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Now Mariota, and he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go. Ready? Watch the run. Here we go.
Back to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Foles now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
All day, every day. Hey, it's over.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.